during streaming because I'm sure that would get really boring really fast. All right, yeah. So that one was a little weird. That icon uses the full shape of the. We just finished. We're done. We're done with the clock. No more stupid clock. We just got a little distracted, and we spent a lot of time on that. To be frank, we spent too much time on that. But all right, so now let's try. But I think that one just had a lot of. It just had those little details, which, like, it was. Well, so yeah, it wasn't very abstract. It was like a representation of like an actual physical object. So I wanted to make it look realistic. The other ones will hopefully go a lot faster because they're not anything like that. They're super simple. So, all right, let's go with what is it? Icon.ping, and then save as. Let's do bomb icon. What was the naming icon before? And there were GIFs. It's just like, oh, icon, bomb, icon, etc., etc. All right, so we can stick with that icon. So let's call this icon underscore bomb dot ping. Yes, that's fine. We are doing the transparency at a later date. All right, so yeah, no, this should be a lot faster because basically it only involves like oh, hypothetically this should go really fast. Wow, I'm really good at like leaving not enough space on the last one, so I should probably like rough it out. I won't actually like use these exact dots, but I know I want 7 of them, so that is 6. I definitely have spacing problems. All right. 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, there we go. So now I have like a rough target. Wow, that went really poorly. I do draw with the tablet. All right, I have a better idea. I'm going to use the straight line tool. I'm going to connect these dots, and then I'm going to spill the shape, and then I'm going to draw in the negative arcs rather than trying to draw in the arcs forward. All right, so yeah, let's spill this. Although actually, we can be working in red. It's not a clock. Did I answer the question about the tablet? I draw with it's just like a little. It's like it's small enough that it's only about the size of my face, and then yeah, just like a stylus. I got it for like $40. So yeah, it's technically a tablet, but it's not anything like super advanced or anything. So all right. So now let's scoop out these things, kind of like that. What? Oh. It's probably too deep. So yeah, so shallow scoops. Maybe. Well, alright, yeah, let's, maybe I don't want 7, maybe I want like 5. Yeah, I probably want more like 5, but let's just do a test run. Oh, wow. So one of the weird, gestures that kept coming up before is that I kept thinking I wanted to erase when I was trying to draw, and now that I'm trying to erase, that same gesture comes up as, oh, are you trying to like not erase? Oops, that's probably way too shallow. Yeah, it's just a tiny webcam, but I don't know. I've had like I used to enjoy drawing frequently when I was younger, and I've always used webcams, like, and they've always been like I've always gone with like the very base model, like, nothing bigger. Like the back in the day, I just had like the little like 5 inch or whatever. Uh, I forget what they're called. It was before they had like the bamboo brand, but yeah, now I just use like the bamboo, and it. I never need like if I ever needed to make like sorry. If I ever need to make like really serious art, I'd probably want something a little beefier. But for what I'm doing, it's fine. All right, so clearly we want this to be different somehow. Specifically, I mean, well, all right. So maybe this is not unrecoverable. But like, so yeah. Oops, no, not that. So for one thing, we know we want it to be like, less thin at the ends, like more cartoony, like with rounded edges. Not like perfectly round, but just like rounder than that, than what was showing up there. So yeah, first things first. And then also, they're too close together up here, and they're too far apart down here, so probably needs. I'm not trying to erase. I swear to you, I'm not trying to erase. So yeah, what can I do about that? I guess I can just start moving them, I guess. So more like that. Wow. I feel like I'm making a lot of. I feel like I'm moving in the exact wrong direction. This is coming out so poorly. But I don't know. Maybe I actually have to stick with what I've been planning on or what I've been sketching out before, because I think like I've just been sketching in like the hatched lines for to like fill in the bomb, and I might need to stick with the hatch lines or do something else, because I don't think this shape is gonna work out. I don't. Oops. What am I doing? I don't see this working out, honestly. Not just for the fact that I did a terrible job of it either, but because I legit think this is not like correct. All right, so let's make circles, and let's do it on a clean canvas, because I think we're gonna overshoot and we're gonna have to trim down. So let's go copy. Start a new one. So I want it to be this size, but I don't want any of that here for now. That sounds awful. Yeah, it sounds like I'll be sticking with Wacom for a while longer. Alright, so yeah, let's try. I wish I could use a thicker line than I'm using currently. But Paint doesn't actually do thicker lines than this. Oh, they do slightly thicker lines. Alright, that might be enough. Yeah. Sorry, I'm again doing that thing where I'm not like thinking about what I'm doing. I mean, like there's really there's just like basically nothing going through my brain right now. Like all I'm doing is like I have this idea of like what shape to make, and I'm just like visually like implementing it. I'm so yeah. The reason I think I'm going quiet is that I'm just really not thinking about much right now. Well, one thing I guess I'm thinking about is that I think that this is probably going to be how I set it up, but I did not lay out those circles correctly. So, not every circle is a clock. That one's not on me, Mr. Pepperoni. I'm pretty sure that one's you. But, alright, yeah. Alright, so, if it wasn't clear, like, where the negative shape was supposedly appearing, I can't deny that that is what I was drawing. I was not drawing that intentionally, though. And you'll notice I ended up with 7, so something was terribly wrong with that situation. But, alright, let's try this again. Alright. So there has to be 1 between there. And then, there has to be 1 between there, but there has to be 2 between here. So, oh wait, yeah, no, that guide circle is useless, basically. Anyways, come on, shape that actually works. Come on, shape that actually works. I could go for a shape that actually works right about now. But I think I made that one too small. And probably this one as well. Maybe this is where I just stop caring about how precise it is. Or I can just nuke this one circle. Do this one again. Because this was the problematic one. So more like this, and then is this still too big? I'd like to thank everyone who is keeping chat at least non-vulgar. If non-vulgar is the bar that we're gonna hit today, that's fine. I legit appreciate that, because as we learned the other day, it's really hard for me to moderate while I do stuff. Apparently moderation takes up so much of my brain because I don't have any experience with it. So yeah, it helps not having to do that. So thank you for carrying on a thoroughly civilized discussion about butt percentages. I mean that very sincerely. Alright, I think we hit the point where I stopped caring. Yay! So, cool. So now we can just, like, get rid of all this outside stuff. Can you see it? Can you see our explosion shape? It's in there. I swear. Oops. Go away, shapes I don't want. Alright, I'm just gonna use the mouse for this. Oh wow. Yeah, I'm apparently much better at mouse than I'm at tablet. More practice, I guess. Alright, cool, we have our explosion shape. I don't know, I feel like as soon as I fill it, I'm gonna be dissatisfied with it again. So, I should probably just do that hatching thing that I was talking about. Here, before I worry about it too much. Go away, monodevelop. No one's looking at you. No one's looking at you, monodevelop. Oh, how am I gonna get this in there? I might have to do this in pieces, but for now I'll just try cutting it close. Yeah, it doesn't quite fit. So, alright. Oh wait, yeah. So no, don't do that. So what do I have to do? Oh yeah, I have to cut it like this. So this is one example of something that would be a lot easier to do in Photoshop, but I'm doing it here instead. But whatever. Oops. Not that. Oh, sorry. I did stop. I did lose track of chat. Alright. Well, we do still have 2 more hours, so... Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, that's like the only feature I really needed. All I needed is those like big clunky apps. I just needed the resize button. That was like basically all I needed. So that's pretty awesome. um, yeah, I might switch over to Windows 10. I mean, whoop. I guess I just need a strong reason to do so. And if they're like fixing stuff like that, then that's a pretty good reason. Oops, I made that too big. Nah, that might still fit. Yeah, that's fine. I did say this would take almost no time, didn't I? Well, that's what you get for listening to me. No, that's basically how I estimate my time, though. Oh wow, why did I do that? I was not thinking. Yeah, that's actually a pretty accurate representation of how I estimate my time. If I say something will take like basically no time, it'll take about an hour. If I say if I say I'm just gonna do this one quick thing, then it means like today's entire stream will be dedicated to this one thing. Alright. Oh wait, now how do I move it around? Alright, I'm probably not going to worry about that. It's going to be off center, but I'll just have to remember to fix that up when I get to, what is that? Just a fleck of something. When I get to, Photoshop someday. Spelling's optional. As long as you get your point across, that's the important part. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to round these edges. Well, actually, hold on. Before I do that, what would it look like if I spilled? Yeah, no, I just don't like how that looks. I just don't how... It just doesn't look like what I want it to anymore. Like, this is fairly close, actually. Like, close enough. Like, I just have to clean up this. But as soon as I spill that, I stop liking how it looks. Oops. Come on. Whatever. So, I guess maybe I have to do cross-hatching. That wouldn't be so bad. I can do cross-hatching. No. No tablet, no. If I'm using the erase tool, I want to erase. If I'm not using the erase tool, I don't want to erase. Can we just lay that down as a ground rule, maybe? No? can't do that. Is that actually there? Yeah. Alright, so yeah, cross-hatching then. I think this is the one where I can't get the lines thick enough. Oh no, that's same thickness. Alright, so it could work. Whoops. Alright, I'm gonna apparently I'm done with my headphones. With my earbuds. As evidenced by how I just unceremoniously ripped them from my face. I wasn't really listening to anything anyways, so alright. Of course now my voice sounds weird because I just switched from listening to headphones to not. But I wasn't doing a very good job of talking about what I was doing anyways, so alright. Let's just put a few in and see how they look. And then no, not that. Definitely not that. Definitely not that. I just said definitely not that. Tablet. I guess I don't really need to be using a tablet for this stuff, but whatever. Yeah, no, this will go quicker than mouse, I think. Alright. We're making progress. We're almost there. Which means we're approaching the 30-minute mark of when we will actually get there. No, I don't... So, if anyone out there is thinking, it's silly how long he's spending on this very temporary art, then that's true. Yes, it is silly. And in general, you might notice that I spend more time on temp art than a person should spend on temp art. And the reason I do that is because, for me, this is like perma-temp art. It's like, it's temp art, but it's the temp art that's going to be the temp art until I actually get like an artist on the project. Oh no, that doesn't look good. Well, actually, hold on before I get rid of it. It's like the temp art that I'm going to be using for the project until I get an actual artist. So it's temp to stay. So I'm probably still spending a little more time than I should on it, but that's at least the rationale for. Oh wow, optical illusion. Some of these lines don't look straight because they're next to lines that are slightly curvy. Weird. Weird in my brains. I actually am relatively new to Ludum Dare. My first Ludum Dare project will be for the October challenge. I just it's one of those things that I've always followed, like whenever it's happening, but like I never actually participated in a game jam until a couple weeks ago for the first time, and now I'm super into it because like I don't know, I love the idea, and I kind of knew I'd be super into it once I tried it, but it just like took me a really long time to try it in the first place. But here I am, so better late than never, I hope. I'm definitely going to be competing in December, and then and then I'm also I actually haven't even started it yet, but I'm still planning on. I think next week I'm going to start on the October challenge. I know I should have started it already, but this project took a little longer than I expected, so yeah, that's how it goes sometimes. Oh, by the way, thank you for tuning in on Air Resume Next. Sorry, for some reason it just takes me forever to parse your name. I didn't even get it the first time I saw it, but thank you for asking. Yeah, sorry to hear things are going so poorly, Tagesh too. I I like sometimes I am an early adopter of things, and so I can relate to the pain of like when not only are things not going how you expected, but there's also just a complete lack of information available yet because you're one of the first people running into these like annoying errors. So I wish I could do something to help. My sympathies go out to you. Um, oops. Uh, Basically, just doing pixel art at this point. Just very big pixel, very big, very simplistic pixel art. Um, oops. But apparently, that's sometimes what the situation calls for. Yeah, isn't that kind of half the fun of jams? You don't have to worry about how super polished the end result is. You just get it out on digital canvas, and then call it a day, or call it a weekend, or however long. What did you 30 was 30 beneath the surface, or am I thinking of or was that 29? Because I know like a lot of my friends participated in beneath the surface. That was the one that was the first one that I was like really tempted to get into it. But then I think there might have been was there like another one in August? I forget. I didn't follow that one as closely because okay, yeah. Because in August I kind of took the summer off a little bit. I just like for the first like yeah, I was just in a different headspace in August. I was in like complete vacation mode. I hadn't taken a proper vacation in like 10 years, so it was nice to actually do that. That might be. Ugh, I don't know. I'm undecided about this. I guess. Uh, but I one thing I am certain about with this is that I don't feel like putting more effort into it. So we're gonna call it done. Yeah. Ooh, that one pixel is gonna drive me crazy. No, it's not gonna be noticeable. Uh, Whatever. Ugh. Wait, oh wait, I have an idea. No, that's not gonna work. Uh, what if? What if, though? What if? What really if? Is that better? That might be a little bit better. It's not great, though. It's still not perfect. But we're not going for perfect, right? Was it like shippable? I guess is the question. Uh, no. Nope. No, it is not. But there's good news. Because, wait, hold on. Because maybe it's just as simple as like this. Yeah, that's all we need to do. No. Alright, well, somewhere between those two. So we have a definite range. Alright, I'll go faster this time. I basically just, I don't know. I think it's the scale that's like throwing me off. I just need to get it. No, I need more hatches than that. Hold on, sorry. So wait, okay, no, I think I know roughly the correct approach for this. It's to put the hatch lines closer together, not further apart. So I put them closer together, then yeah, it'll just make, yeah, I think that's about right. And then, so do too near, too far, too near, too far. So this is another near one. And this is a far one. So I think I can already tell how. Oh yeah, I already said once that I was at the point where I stopped caring, and I'm probably just gonna leave it how it was. Apparently, I was mistaken about that, but it's not gonna mean nearly as much this time when I say it. But I'm going to say again that I don't think this is necessarily like perfect or anything. Well, actually, no. I can say with a great degree of certainty that this is not perfect. But I think I'm going to say again that this will probably be close enough for my tastes. Yeah. This will almost certainly be temp final, despite not being how I want it. Alright. Anyways. Alright, now let's now just spill. And it probably looks weird, but it's close enough. Whatever. Don't care. This time I mean it. Super don't care. Alright. We did it! 2 down. Oops, that's the wrong tool. We did it. 2 down. Several more to go. Just several, basically. Alright, so bomb, icon bomb. Let's now let's reopen icon.ping, save as. I guess we can do dash, icon dash next. Yes. Oh, connected worlds, yeah. Yeah. Now that you mention it, that I remember. Oh, that's an interesting theme. Oh, yeah, people could do a lot with that, right? I mean, especially, I don't know. Well, I probably couldn't do a lot with that. I imagine people could do a lot with a lot of current technology to make something really interesting there. I don't do a lot of network programming, but themes like that would make me wish I could do make me wish I could do network programming. Yeah. So apparently we have peppermint explosions in this game, peppermint candy cane explosions. But like I said, it's gonna be fine, or it's going to be fine by merit of I requiring it to be fine at this point. As in, I do not intend to continue with it further at this time. I can close. Actually, I'm gonna save this just because, I don't know, if I have a minor crisis where I decide that that's not fine, I might want to revisit the shape again. So I'm not gonna save it in the project folder. I'm gonna put it in I have just a general folder for random stuff. So I'll just call this burst stuff. Just in case. Alright. Now we're working on dash. Okay, so I guess the good thing about dash is that it doesn't make any sense to begin with. It's just this weird shape. So probably don't have to worry about it making sense at all, like in basically any regard. Right. That was kind of my theory about a bomb going in, but I have a better feeling about this one. Oh, do we have a curvy line tool in MS Paint? Yeah, we do. Cool, because this will be vital. Wait. Oh, there we go. Alright. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it's a double curvy line tool. Alright, so I think we're doing the first half first, and then something like that, and then something like this. With I started down here, so it'll probably be like, right, yeah, this side first, and then this side, and then line that up so it's nice and angly. So then I guess I want to do like this, I guess. That's too far. Oh, cool, I can just rescale that. Oh, this curvy line tool is pretty good, I'd say. So then I guess I want to do the next one to like here. Oh, oops, I moved it too far up. There. Okay, so let's say here to, yeah, let's keep it in that range. So, alright, so yeah, something like that, and then something like that, maybe. No, I probably want to actually bend it inwards, or no. So actually, I probably want to go. Yeah, I probably want to go more like here to here. Oh wait, no. Actually, I want to go like here to here. Because I want the first one to be bigger. No, that's just not right. Alright. Yeah, I want the first one to feel like the most massive. Wow, but every time I click the second time, it doesn't go as far. So I'm gonna exaggerate it, how far I want that one to go. Which I guess I might have over-exaggerated. Alright, the next one from here to here, I guess. Hey, thanks for tuning in. It's nice to have you around, but I understand that you gotta go do your own thing. I respect that, and yeah, I'm probably gonna be streaming for another hour and a half, maybe. Maybe at the end of the stream, if you're still up, I've gotten in the habit of instead of just, because I don't like just like pulling the cord or whatever. So maybe I'll kick things over to your stream afterwards. What type of project are you working on? Or well, sorry, I won't keep you here, but I'll catch up with you later. Thank you again for tuning in, for hanging out. That's too much, I think. That's too far. The last one did not hook in far enough, but I think this one goes too far. So, alright. So let's go from there to there. We have to go extra far here, but not too extra far. That could be good. Alright, so now let's go here to here. That could be good. And I'm gonna jinx it, but I think I'm getting faster. I think I'm getting better at coming up with these things. I think it's taking me less time. For example, I think I'm probably just gonna be fine with this, because I don't know, whatever. That's what a dash looks like in my game, apparently. But I'm probably, as before, I'm probably not gonna like what it looks like if I try and fill it in. So what do I just leave it empty? But then how does that look when I scale it down? Maybe that's fine. I'd probably want slightly greater line thickness, like slightly greater line weight if I was gonna if I wasn't gonna fill it in. But it would also take me way too much effort to try and reproduce all those curves, such to give the illusion of a thicker line weight. So I'll probably just call this fine for now. Alright, but I should make it red, probably. I could do the cross-hatching yeah. And then all the powers could be candy cane themes. So I can try that later if I get silly. I don't know. Alright, so now let's do icon again. And then lightning bolt, hopefully will go fast, hopefully. Save as that could be okay. This is about the size they show up in game. So like that could be usable, maybe. I don't know. Anyways. So icon super ping, sure. Totally fine. Let's do that. So alright, lightning bolt. Easy, right? Super easy. Easiest ever. So easy. Permanent. That line is real. That line's not going anywhere. Wait, which way did I have the jaggies going? Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to the HD. Alright, I had the jaggy going that way, and that looked fine. Although, maybe I should have the jaggy going the other way, so as to be... No, I think this way is better. Yeah. I mean, it looks a little bit like Dash. What would it look like? Yeah, would it look better or worse if it went the other way? Flip vertical. No, not vertical. Flip horizontal. Yeah, I'll just leave it the first way. That's fine. It doesn't really matter if these ones are especially confusable. It's just the four modifiers that I want to be distinct, mostly. Oops, I always open monodevelop, because if I'm not in monodevelop, I always go back to monodevelop. But alright, so, look at all these, like, perfect lines we're just dropping in. This is exactly the shape is going to be, ultimately. Well, that's actually, clearly not true. But we're close. Kind of. Almost. Alright, so this line was fine, but then this line was too long. Oh, which means I think actually that line was probably too angled up. That actually should probably be more like here, so that you go like that. And I know that that top line is too long, but I'll have to fix that in a bit. Alright. We're taking a new approach. We're doing the pointy part first. Alright, this one should be relatively short. This one should be longer. So like, let's say, I don't know, there. And then this one goes, I don't know, about that far. And then that one also goes about that far, maybe. And then that goes like that, maybe. And then this one goes like something like that. Maybe too far, too high. This might be too far. And then, I don't know. Where's the ramp tool? Something like get rid of that one. Something like this, maybe. You know what? In the interest of saying good enough a lot, I'm probably gonna say good enough really soon. Not imminently, but I'm gonna slide this down, I guess, and then probably just say good enough. Oops. Well, I'll clean it up, of course. But wait, what did I just do? Somehow that did not end up quite right. Hold on. Oh yeah, it's because of like the tooth pattern. I didn't hit it quite right before, but I think that's good. Okay. So, alright, now let's clean this up just ever so slightly. Just shade that, and then actually I'll clean the top half by using the straight line tool again to get it the nice and angly. Alright, yeah, that's probably fine. Good enough, ship it. We're done. And again, this one's not really centered, but I don't think it actually can. Maybe I can center it. No, I definitely can't center it without screwing up the border, so I'll have to center it in, is that good? It's probably not very good. No, it's not very good, is it? Am I gonna just leave it like that? Should I give it one more shot? Yeah, that's way too, like, bleh. So we can keep some of it, but, no, let's not. I'll put it on the clipboard in case I decide that it actually is good, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Yeah. It's, for me, it's all about, like, how I feel, really. Like, I really can't tell whether I'm, like, even if like the exact, like, measurements were described to me, like, I still wouldn't be able to say if I really consider something good enough until I, like, actually get to see it and, like, really, like, absorb it. Alright, I'm gonna put this where I can see it, so that way because I keep looking back to it when I realize that I did not hit what I wanted to hit. Alright, yeah, so yeah, the first one goes really high. That's a very long line. And then this one is not quite as long, but it's very pointy, and that's what I was losing before. I was losing some of the angularity, and I was introducing, like, a degree of, like, chunkiness that I did not care for, actually. So this can be, like, slightly angled up, and this can be, like, I guess I want this to be kind of like a continuation of that line. But yeah, I don't know how I want that top part. Maybe it doesn't super matter. I do want it to be slightly more angly. So let's go like that, and then like that-ish. Too far, but whatever. Like, it's like that. Maybe. I should probably stop worrying at this point. So I don't know if this is necessarily better than the other one, but I think whereas I did not with the other one. I think I'll probably actually end up keeping this one. It's probably like exactly the same. Yeah, it's pretty much exactly the same. Well, at least now I have two. I can keep whichever one I like more. I think I might actually like the first one more. Almost assume. No. No. I think I just definitely don't like both of them. Alright, well. What is Inkscape? I guess the answer to why I don't use it is because I don't know what it is. That was almost correct. Almost. Oh, cool. Is it free? Because the reason I use Paint is because it's free. Yeah. Alright, that's probably fine. This is probably really, really, really fine, and I don't care anymore. That last part being, oh, cool. Alright, wow. Wow, today is a great day. Look at all this stuff I'm learning. I have, oh, wow, yeah. I'll just check that out as well. Yeah, that probably would have been perfect because I knew from this. I didn't realize I was going to go as representational with the shapes, but I did know that I was going to stay very like the important part about the shapes was the silhouette, and so yeah, vectors probably the way I should have gone, just like straight up. So yeah, thank you for the link. That sounds awesome. This is actually the first. Okay, so I'm just gonna flip back to my webpage for a second. So in the first project, the first of these three projects, I actually had zero textures. This is all just done with like flat solid colors, and then the text is done just using the GUI text in Unity. In the second project, Bbox, I made these little icons. So there's this button here to kind of give you a hint as to where to start. And there's this ... at the top of the screen, which you can click to switch between panes. And then if you overlap something, there's like a little X that shows up. And that was the extent to which I used Paint on this project. I made these little dots and etc. Oh, and then also on the screen, there's an arrow, and when you click the arrow, there's an X and a check mark. And so that is the extent to which I used Paint on this project. So I guess technically the answer is yes. I always use Paint because I used it this one other time. But I probably shouldn't get in the habit of it because I mean, Paint has some capabilities, but it's like, no, I really should have better art programs, especially if I'm planning on like making you guys endure it as well. It always like, I mean, it served fine for that other project, and so it didn't even really think I didn't spend too much time thinking about how I should really probably come up with something better before I try and like stream this type of stuff. But yeah, I'll well, maybe next time I'll be using Inkscape instead. Oh yeah, I can spill this to be red bordered. Save that. All right, so 4 down, right? We still don't know what speed is, but we can do strength and range. Strength should actually go very fast because these are, I know all of these angles. I don't have to like fudge around with these angles to figure out what they are. They're either 90 degrees or 45 degrees. So, boom. Actually, this one might not be 45 degrees, so that's the only part that should take like particularly much time. Range. Range. Actually, let me look at these icons that we're putting together. Because like it's probably a good thing that I saved that outline of the of bombs, because I'm probably actually just going to go with the outline. I'm probably going to ditch the whole crosshatch thing altogether. Probably, to be honest. Yeah. I guess, yeah, whatever. Okay. So, yeah, what's next? Let's do strength. Open icon.ping, save as icon strength. Or actually, no, that's not. Sorry, file, save as icon underscore str. Oh, paint.net. Yeah, I've used paint.net before. It's what I used to use back when I had it. I just never really knew where it came from, I guess. Yeah, paint.net is definitely better than paint. I think I tried to install GIMP once and I got like a version that it was like had all this like bloatware with it or something. I don't know. I got skeeved out. It just didn't like because I used to use GIMP like way back in the day, and when I tried to download it again one time, I like got like a really sketchy version or something. I don't know. It like kind of turned me off to it, but straight lines. So I guess for this, it's fairly simple. It's just like doop 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 doop. Stop being crooked. There you go. So now, yeah, I guess I can just go to the border as well. It's not going to hurt, hypothetically, because I'm going to, wait, where's the tool? Oh, there, just flip horizontal, and then put it back where it goes. Ta-da! Perfectly symmetrical arrow. I just need to clean up this part. Oh, cool. Wow, look at all these links I'm getting. You guys are the best. Especially you, Mr. Pepperoni. But especially everyone. Especially you. Alright. Yeah, that's funny. For some reason, maybe just because it's called paint.net, I assumed it was like the upgraded version of yeah, I don't know. For some reason, I feel weird about using prefabs if they're not my prefabs. I use the meshes in Unity. like I use like the cube mesh and like the quads and stuff that they come with Unity. But other than that, I try not to use like prefabs unless I make them myself, which is silly, I recognize, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why I do that actually. Uh, but that didn't take too long. We did it. We accomplished it. Uh, ugh. Which the more I do these, the more I realize that I'm not gonna keep these. I have to redo these, but I don't want you guys to, like, I don't want to subject you to that. So I'm probably just gonna do these tomorrow. So should I just switch to something else? Because I know these are not going to be permanent. So, because if the line weight is just not sufficient. This is very insufficient. And so like this hypothetically isn't going to stay red anyways. But like, I don't know. Hold on. I'll use like a very similar tone, but not like the exact same tone. So that way I can spill and unspill also. Right? Because now if I spill a different color... Oh, whoa, no. The whole thing changed. Why did that happen? Oh, maybe I didn't save my changes. Alright, so now I should be able to... Alright, yeah, so I can preserve the outline. So, alright, I'm just gonna save that. See how weird it looks with the other icons? Yeah. Hold on, now let me see it without that. Yeah, I'm just almost certainly going to just redo all of these. So that's a little lame, right? I don't know. So like really all I'm gonna do is I'm basically just going to start with a smaller canvas. So like I probably won't do it live. I'll probably just like put this on pause for a little while and go do something else. But basically what I'm gonna do is like resize everything to be half as big, and then I'm just gonna use the same tools. So therefore, the line weight is now twice as thick, right? And so then just to demonstrate. To sloppily demonstrate the difference, it'll be like save as, let's call this number 2. So yeah, then the difference will be like, whereas this one, like you can barely make out the arrow at this size, like it's just very faint. On this one you can like actually see the shape of the arrow. And so I'm probably not going to do any of the hatching on the bomb icon. I'm probably just going to do the explosive shape, and I'm probably only going to put 5 points on it, to be honest. And then maybe I'll probably do like a dramatically simplified version of the icon dash with thicker line weights. I might even do thicker line weights than that. Even I might shrink down the image size even further before doing that. Just to get, yeah, like, so, okay, instead of that, like, actually, I guess I can keep that. So then actually go, like, I don't know, even smaller yet, so like 50. And like, I don't know, this might be too far. I might not actually go this far with it, but like, yeah, no, I might do this. Just get it really bold. Because at first I was picturing the icons as being like filled, like solid color, but now that I'm not really doing that, I just want them to really have emphasis. So so that they're readable, even on smaller devices. Because like depending on the device, like they might literally show up this small in on the device. So I want them to really pop. Um, so all right. So if I'm not gonna, so if I'm gonna do that later, what should I do now instead? Um, I could just start doing like balance type stuff. Although I'll want the icons for balancing just because the icons make the HUD a lot easier to read, and so you can work with your periphery. Um, excuse me. I'm boring myself with the idea of redoing all of these images. um, the Yeah, with like the iconic representations, and with the color coding, which I haven't done yet either, it'll be a lot easier to see what's coming up on the bar of like impending updates. Oops, I didn't shake this. Sorry, I'm just gonna have a snack, and it's gonna be tomato juice, and I forgot to shake it. So it'll be easier to balance, or I want to balance around like the icons, like very visually distinct in the HUD, so that I don't get as distracted and I can pay more attention to the game. Um, so 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 you guys are probably gonna kill me, but I think I'm actually just gonna redo the art here. I guess actually hold on a sec. Let me just check something out real quick because I feel like a jerk, a little bit like a jerk. Wow, like 1 million people that I'm following right now are all online. So I apologize if people are getting like fed up with like this icon stuff. I know this is super dumb, but I'm going to suggest another stream. I mean, I love that you guys are here, and I love that you guys are watching, and then I'm not literally trying to drive you away, but I recognize that like this is a different day. This is not what I usually do. This is I kind of knew this day would be weird. I probably should have done it over the weekend because I also don't stream over the weekend typically, so that would have fit better. But yeah, no, I feel like it's what I should be doing for the project right now. So if you get bored and don't like watching this icon construction, here's another stream, which is good. This guy was here earlier. He was hanging out in chat. Some of you might know him. So like, feel free to check out that one out. But that said, I really greatly appreciate that you guys are here, and I hope some of you will stay. And I mean, part of the good news is that like we figured out a lot of stuff on the first pass through. So I know I've said this a few times, but like I'm fairly certain it will literally go faster this time. I really don't think it will actually take that much time this time. Okay, so that said, let's make good on that promise, shall we? Yeah, might as well do strength now, because why not? So yeah, let's huh. All right, yeah, let's ditch this because that was done sloppily. But I mean, we're basically just gonna do the same thing, and this one was quick even the first time through. So yeah. So yeah, line tool. Now we have the super thick line to work with. Yay! So I'm just gonna overshoot it. Actually, no, I'll do it the same way we did last time. So one of the lower lines first, and then across, and then and now the point, the whole point of this thing. Yeah. Now this one, and now go. I guess we can go a little more than halfway. Copy, paste, flip. I was a little nervous that when I posted that link that just immediately the entire room would disappear. But that hasn't happened yet, so yay, thank you. You are all super great people. And maybe I'll just super like these paint textures. Maybe I should just do this more often. I'm just kidding. I won't actually do that. Because for one thing, I don't have like a greater need for art in my titles. The centricity thing, like having things centered on screen, I will still fix that up in another program instead. So for now, I'm going to. Well, yeah, I'll save these as like 2, in case I change my mind again. I am liable to change my mind at basically any time. So, alright, so that's good. Let's do super. Let's save this as with the extension 2 or with the suffix 2. Yep. Now let's shrink it down to 25% of this current size. And hey! Oh, hey, chat. I wasn't paying attention to chat. I am from the United States, yes. I live near Boston, kind of. I'm in that area. I'm on the East Coast of the United States. So, sorry. I'm just, yeah, I have a good time. I hope you guys are enjoying yourself, because I'm definitely enjoying myself, so. So look at this. We even have our original lines that we can trace over, so this isn't taking super long. I might get a little picky about some of the way the lines scale, but for the most part, this seems to be working out quite okay. So, yeah, right? Alright, so I guess, yeah, I don't feel as bad now that we're at least making good progress. Although I guess, actually, I already know that that's not going to be the case for the next two, because I actually want to, or actually want to change the shape instead of just shrinking it down. So for the dash icon, for example, I don't need as many points anymore. There aren't going to be like, well, here, let's alright, let's spill this to be yeah, let's spill this to be light gray, I guess. And then I can probably like clean it up. No, I'll just get rid of it altogether. Sorry, bro. You gone. Oops, not that. Oops. There we go. You gone. Okay. So. Oh yeah, let's save this as _2. Or yeah. Save that. Okay, so yeah, scale down to 25% of the size. And alright, yeah, let's alright, so it's basically the same thing except thicker lines and fewer points. Whoops. Definitely not working in color. There we go. No, alright. Alright, so here's the major arcs will still be very similar. There will just be slightly fewer arcs altogether. Specifically, there will only be 1 point here. Yeah, that doesn't take too long. Save that. And alright, now the super fun one. which I think I'll probably just use the curve tool for, frankly, uh, because I say, file save as. Yeah, I think it was this one that crushed my spirits, and then I tried to pretend like my spirits were not crushed, but I can only do that for so long. Eventually the truth comes out. Alright, so 25. Alright, so zoom in. Red ink, curvy tool, thickness. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna use like 5 points this time, so something like that. Yeah. So yeah, unfortunately, we will not have our bombs in this version will not be nearly as festive. They will not be candy cane themed. However, we will all still know that they are in fact very festive explosions in our hearts. They cannot, no. Oh wow, that's worse. Hold on. Mostly due to spacing. So yeah, we'll all know in our heart of hearts that these bombs are in fact actually quite festive. It just won't be as apparent to anyone else who plays the game. But yes, canonically these bombs are quite festive, and you can all attest to that fact. Where am I going with this? Huh. Yeah, I'm getting too close to the edge, and I can't make the. I'm shirking away from making the explosion as curvaceous on that edge of the screen. So, alright, I'm thinking if I start higher, that should help. I might have to go back to the circles approach if this doesn't work. Hopefully this will work. This one I think just suffered from ill proportions, so maybe I should go back to the circles approach. Or maybe I can just fix it here, because I think that was the messed up. Oops, sorry. I think I overdid it this time. I underdid it the first time, and then I overdid it this time. For those of you keeping track at home. So not that far. This far should be the correct amount of farness. Or else maybe I should just go back to 7 points. Maybe 7 was the correct number of points for this explosion. Alright, let's try that. 7 points. I need to do 3 more, so ugh. Alright, circles it is. Alright, same as before. So let's do a narrow circle to begin with. Be about like, no, the circle was pretty big last time, right? It's about that big probably. Alright, and then let's do, no, you say thing. Let's beef up the, alright, so 7, I'm thinking. Let's try. So yeah. Wait, there'll be 1 in between these two. Alright, maybe. Find out if that's alright. There'll be 1 in between these two, and then 2 in between these two. So I hope this one doesn't break me again. Clocks, yep, it's clock time. It's that time of day. Yeah, no, this definitely isn't working. So I guess I could do, is it, it's gonna be weird if I do, yeah, I'll just I'll try doing 5, but I'll try doing them using this mechanism, whereby hopefully they'll come out like a little bit better. Maybe? It could happen. It's not impossible. Stranger things have happened. Oops, I wasn't lining those up very well. Oops, no, I can keep the first one. But then, yeah, I have to line this up a little bit better. And I can already tell that that's not going to come out right. So no, no, that's ridiculous. Alright, so ooh. Oh, that's harsh. What type of project are you developing? Is it like, is it huge? Is it that the scale of the project is so great that your tools are buckling, or is it just the tools themselves, or they're just like really, really expensive, or like really intensive to run? I could just reconcept this shape. Instead of what I was doing, I could just make it more like this, where oops, where we deal with like the outside shape, the outer shape instead of the inner shape, which would make it more like a poof than a burst. Actually, it just seems like a lump at the. It's not going to seem like a poof at all. It's just going to seem like a lump, like a weird lumpy shape. So yeah, I should probably stick with the proof. Oh, I had an idea. What if we got scientific, sort of? What if we used an actual like pentagon as the outside? Wait, no, actually, we should do it like that. All right, so. Oops. So yeah, what if we did something like this? Winter. Yikes. Is it, it's just, is it that the, is it like Unity and, Sharp? I don't know who makes Sharp develop, but are they just like slacking off and getting their, products compatible with Win 10, or is it actually like a fundamental problem with Win 10, do you think, that's causing the, disturbance in the force? Alright, this is fine. Whatever, we're shipping this. This is fine. It's perfect. It's perfect and fine. We'll just get rid of the stuff in the background. That outline shape, and it's fine. We're shipping it. We're shipping it because it's perfect. So the time is... Oh, this always happens. I always look at the clock and it's always 4:20. I'm calling that out only because this is the time I chose to look at the clock, not for any other particular reason. Although if I've reminded anyone of something, then yes, it is. The time is now 4:20. But I'm calling that out specifically because, well, since it was getting close to 5 o'clock, or close-ish to 5 o'clock, and I know all we've done is like muddle around in MS Paint for a while, but we are. I assure you, we are actually making progress towards like a meaningful product. And also, we will be making progress until 5 o'clock, at which time I have to... I might run a little after 5. If I can get like all of these done too, I'll definitely run longer than 5. But yeah, shortly after, I have to go somewhere. I have to be somewhere at 6, so I have to leave here right around 5. Alright. This better fit. Oh no, it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. Alright, I should probably... Alright, I'll just use the same technique here real quick. Because once I figured out how to do it, it was actually quite simple to do. Alright, so once more with feeling. Oh. Huh. Just thought of something. The edges are like slightly frayed. Like, we're not using one flat color anymore. Like, the edges are kind of like... Because we shrunk this down, so... I don't know how I'm going to handle that. Because, like, to convert this to other colors... Maybe I'll just use, maybe to convert this to other colors, I'll just use, Photoshop's, like, hue change rather than trying to wrestle with getting the palette swapped in Paint itself. Oh, Wintention. Okay, so like so it sounds like the tools developers are making progress. They just haven't gotten their stuff together quite completely yet. Is I assume sharp develop is like an alternative to mono develop, or I don't know. I've never used that before. Sharp develop. Maybe I should add that to my list of things to look into. But I'm almost done with this. I'm almost there. Oh, I didn't want it to be point ascendant. Oh, which is fine because I can just rotate 90 degrees. Which, that's funny. It didn't look weird when this point was ascendant, but now that it's not, now that it's anything other than ascendant, it's very clearly overblown. But I think I can touch that up with not too much difficulty. Just something like that. Just take it down a peg or two. It's probably fun. Spill the others. Spill the bars. And just clean up the edges. I have those few stray gray pixels. Not that they matter. Incredibly. Alright, look at this. Look at all this progress. Alright, so we redid all the unfun stuff that whatever. So now we can just keep on keeping on. So now let's open icon.ping. Let's save it as icon. And no, there was no range 1, but this is range 2. Yeah. Let's shrink it down 25%. And now let's so yeah, range. We had our idea for what range would be. It would be like just like a few concentric lines, I guess. We'll do the last one next to make sure it fits, which it doesn't. Not at that point, at least. Alright, so yeah, simple enough. Or perhaps too simple. I mean, probably too simple, but whatever. That's range. We did it! Look how quick that was. Although, yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. And then, actually, I'll just save this directly as MLT2. Again, there's no MLT1, but whatever. Just get rid of this stuff. And yeah, MLT should be really simple. Kind of like the arrow. It's just a pretty simple shape. Something that goes a little bit like what? Like straight line tool. Cut down. Oops, no, not you. Cut over. Cut up. Actually, yeah. Let's do it like this. Let's do all the sides. And then we can So I guess working at this scale, like the edges come out a little weird sometimes, like not perfectly predictable in terms of like how these how the pixel sides are formed exactly. But I don't know. I'm just tweaking that slightly to match. 'Cause why not? Pixel art. Anyways, alright, so, let's, alright, yeah, now let's flip this and rotate it a few times. Flip it again. Oops, not resize. Select. This is the important part. So, copy, paste, rotate 90 degrees. Yep. Paste, flip 180 degrees. Yep. And then rotate 90 degrees. Yeah. Oh boy. Get rid of that thing. Yay, we did it. Again, it's off center, but we'll touch that up because we have to, in order to get the transparency to work correctly, we have to do whatever anyways, etc. etc. So I didn't change the time bonus, and that's, like I mentioned before, the time bonus shows up in a completely other context, so it doesn't actually have to match the same sort of like family of icons. That's really close to the edges. I don't really like how it touches the edges. And same with this one and this one. So just for those ones, let's just cut a clean line around the edges, I think. I could bring them in a little bit. I could just bring them in slightly. I don't know. I'm tempted just to say I'll do that in Photoshop. Oh, I can do these. I'm supposed to touch these up. I guess I could have just done them quote unquote correctly the first time, because like what I'm about to do is not going to take much more effort than what I did the first time through, but whatever. I'll just fix up those while I'm stalling for time. File open, where are they? U. Actually, I'll probably just do the same thing, wherein shrink it down to quarter the size. Because this shows up in a similar headspace, so I guess it'd probably be good to use the same line weight for these. So, why'd it get fuzzy? Oh, because I'm using a brush, rather than meant to be using a line tool. This thickness. Alright, so actually, yeah, I guess I'll just do this, and then copy, paste, flip vertical, or rotate 180 degrees, and then do it like so. And let's get this centered, because we don't have a frame to worry about. So, alright, save that. And then, yeah, I guess I can just keep working from here, kind of like I did last time. So now let's do what? Let's copy this. Paste it. I think we can actually bring these in slightly for the two. The one will have slightly exaggerated serifs. Yeah, so then save this as this guy. Yep. And then same thing. Copy paste. Like, wait. Yeah, I think that's correct. Slide this over. Good enough. Actually, I'm gonna do a slightly better job of centering that. Micro Awesome! Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. And we can save this as this one. Yep. And then I guess this next one will be slightly different because we will want to cut out. Yeah, this is. I don't actually have a name for this game. The dev title, like the working title, what I've been calling it, while I don't have a name for it, is I've just been calling it Hero. I always give my I've been giving my projects like just a 4-letter abbreviate or 4-letter descriptor just to so I can keep track of them individually. So yeah, we were just working on some of the icon art because we're actually getting close to finishing the project. It's a game where, all right, so like you kind of have this hero character who it's please excuse the simplicity of the art. I'm not an artist myself, so I tend to use very representational shapes. But all right, so yeah, you're this hero character, and so there are these mobs that kind of like carry around cookies. Some of them, however, are not carrying, or cookies or coins, whatever you want to call them. Some of them are not carrying around cookies or coins. They're carrying around these explosive devices. So yeah, the game is kind of like about. Yeah, I kind of glossed over it, but like you get these powers and modifiers from the top bar. So, for example, the first one I pulled down is this bomb ability, which so now that I have it, I can place the cursor wherever I want, and I can make that area of the board blow up. So this ability is good for taking out those explosive devices because I can target them very very cleanly. So yeah, there's also dash, which lets you dash towards a location, and you clear out the mobs kind of along the way. That one takes longer to recharge though, so you can't use it as often. There's also the other power is like a temporary like boost, like it makes you for a short period of time. It makes you and all of your abilities a lot more powerful. And then the other things that we get up here are are modifiers. So like for example, we have a multiplier modifier. If we put the multiplier on the hero itself, we get a little extra dude to help us out. If we put a sorry, I'm just clearing out these explosives. If we put a range modifier on bombs, then we can throw our bombs further, and they hit a wider radius. So the game's kind of about it's about managing like this battlefield while customizing and powering up your hero, and yeah, it uses like a lot of like light physics just to like throw mobs into the air and like keep the battlefield animate, and also some like customization and some strategy elements in trying to I haven't balanced the game yet. I have to I'm gonna one of my next after I finish the icon art is to my next big challenge is to get the game feeling like it has the right like it progresses at the right pace and that it has the right challenge curve. So I have a ton of like knobs and dials that I will tweak and tune in order to get it to that state. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so yeah, today I finally decided to bite the bullet, and yeah, so it's so the cookies or the modifiers don't just come out of space. One thing I haven't added yet is that I actually want the well, I don't know if I'll do that. Currently it's set up so that you get your first ability or modifier, you get your first power up on your first coin or cookie, call it what you will, and then you get the next one I think after your third, and so you get them slower and slower as the game goes on, or rather it takes more and more you have to collect more and more cookies in order to get the next one, but also the pace of the game speeds up a lot as the game progresses. So you it'll I haven't added it in yet, but I want the game to like get literally faster paced. Like the mobs start moving faster, and the eventually the explosion timers will tick downward. So or tick faster. So once you, I mean, just like stacking up these modifiers, you can get your hero character really powerful. So I want to make it so that like the game can get really fast. So like if you make it really far, if you keep going for a long time, it will get really. So yeah, well, okay. So currently, it's the end condition of the game is a win condition. If you there are a fixed number of these mobs, and so once you clear all of them, then that's when you win. You get a time bonus depending on how long it took you to clear out the mobs, and so the faster you clear them out, the faster you finish. I don't know what that number is. It's somewhere between like 300 and 1,000 or something like that. Once you reach that point, then that is your win condition. So I stopped pressing buttons in the game, and I did that so that a bunch of explosions would go off. And what you see is that when these explosive devices detonate, they clear a population, they clear a section of the mobs on the field, and those mobs don't respawn nearly as fast. So there's not a specific lose state. Like you're never going to get to a screen that says you lose. However, if you don't play the game smart, it's going to take you forever to reach the end of the game, and like the time bonus is like a major factor in the score. Like you get score just by playing the game, but in order to get a good score, you need to get in order to get a winning score, the highest score as it were, you need to get a higher time bonus. So yeah, the mobs will regenerate. They just don't regenerate as fast. So yeah, it is important to clear out the explosive devices. I also went this route with it because for some people playing the game, like especially like a really young kid, like it might be harder for them to play the game, and so it might actually be it might be helpful if the game slows down a little bit. So like for some players, like this is actually not unusual. Like this is actually the pace of the game for them. And like they're not going to get the hugest. Still get to have fun like with the abilities, and they get to they can get better at the game playing this way. And so yeah, that was kind of my approach to balancing it, and while still adding challenge. Oh yeah, so it's funny you mentioned that, because the one thing that I wanted to implement, but I don't think I've actually. Well, I haven't yet, and I'm not 100% that I actually even will. I want it so that the modifiers don't just appear in your top bar, but that some of the mobs actually literally come in carrying them. So again, like it's not literally every cookie is going to get you a modifier, but like I want it to be that like I don't know. I might try it. The reason I'm not 100% about it is that you can kind of see the way the way they're lit in the scene. Like you only really see the top rim, and then like the front face is actually really darkly lit. Like it's actually like for the explosive devices, they have the little red dot, which makes them more noticeable. But for the other ones, like it's actually it's really dim. So like for one thing, I don't think you'd be able to make it out very well, and for another thing, I think it would probably obfuscate the explosive devices, which I'm already putting a lot of effort into, or not a lot of effort, but like I'm very cautious to keep as clear as possible, because the game field, when you have like however many mobs spawned, they're going to be, and you're setting off abilities constantly, like there are going to be mobs flying all over the place. It's actually going to get really difficult to keep track of all of the explosive devices. So my gut says that I'll probably want to keep the explosive devices just as visually distinct as possible, which makes me think like just keep the cookies as they are, like just keep the monochrome cookies. But I don't know. I mean, I do have like this list of I have this so I have like a quote unquote backlog of things that I might add to the game, or things that in the past I've thought I should add to the game, and yeah, that's one of them. It's some mobs carry mods instead of cookies is one of the items on the list, and I have a few others. Some of these I'm quite certain that I won't do, but oh, progress percent. Actually, I kind of implemented this. It wasn't progress percent. It was progress as phase. But yeah, I did that. Time bonus icon. Oh, I did that. I just did that now. User choice regarding potions. No, I'm not going to do that. I don't think. I'm going to italicize that because I'm probably not going to do that. Make POW 3 range more sophisticated. Yeah, I do want to do that. I don't know why hero wanders on restart. I'm really tempted to just cut movement altogether. Scorch marks I kind of want to do. Counteract mob crowding jitter. This will probably become relevant once I increase the mob speed, because if I increase the mob speed, they start that, like, when they group up, they start to like jitter around, and like it looks weird. It doesn't scale quite right. I'll need to come up with something for that, depending on what I do with the mob speed. Oh, sorry, I'm catching up on chat now, and yeah, I don't know what you missed of what I was saying. Oh, hey, you know what? I just remembered. It's not a recent build. It's not a current build. But the other day I put a build online. So I forget when it's from. I think it has the UI stuff. Oh, but it uses the. It's not. So this is back when this is a build from back when you could actually lose the game. So in this build, you actually can't win. In this build, instead, like the number 9 in the bottom corner ticks down to 0 as explosive devices go off, and so you actually lose instead of winning. But this build is from like last week, so if you want to check it out a little bit, it's very similar to the current build. It's just some differences in well, for one thing, it's not balanced. None of these builds are balanced. The game just does not. Balance is not a feature yet of this game. It will be one at some point. And then also, yeah, I completely rechanged like everything I just explained to you about challenge versus like win conditions and lose conditions. That was all. I did that right at the end of last week, so it's the build that's online does not currently have that. You can still play around with the powers and stuff though, so some of it's playable. Yeah, there's that one. Dash alt detonation timer and adds time. I do want to do that one. Rearrangeable POW buttons. I want to do that one. Although I want to do this, if anyone was here earlier, I want to dedicate a week of my stream to includification, to improve all the usability of my game, so that people who are differently abled are able to play the game reasonably well. So that's something that I want to do at that time. I basically want to make the entire bottom bar of the screen customizable so that you can put those power buttons wherever you want them. Currently, you can already put the powers wherever you want them, and I did that for left-handed people. If it's more comfortable to have bombs all the way on, because bombs are the ability that you use the most. So that button you'll tap a lot more than anything else in the game, and so yeah, I made it so that you can put it on the right most or the leftmost. Well, not. You can't really put it in the leftmost slot yet, because that little square that represents your hero is in the leftmost slot. But the explosions don't have to hit you. In fact, the hero's kind of like not impervious to the explosions, but it's the mobs that are actually getting destroyed. Yeah. I don't know, some people Yeah, so I some people might find this cheesy, but actually the mobs are not your enemies in this game. The only real danger in this game is the explosive devices, and they don't actually pose a threat to the hero. They actually pose a threat to the mobs. The mobs are like a not extremely intelligent life form. They're like basically like little birds. They're green. They start out green because they've been affected by like some sort of like pollution or something. I don't know. I didn't actually make a story for the game, but like the reason they're flocking to you is that they need your help, and so what you're doing is you're basically like freeing them of whatever this pollution is, which is why they turn purple. The purple is like their natural state, and you'll notice when they're purple they go flying really easily, and that's because like you're basically like restoring their flight. Um, and so yeah, the lose condition is if you oh right so oh yeah so these little simple flighted creatures are very appreciative for your help, and so they're bringing you their cookies which is like the most valuable thing that they have in their possession. They're also not the most intelligent, so sometimes they accidentally pick up these explosive devices that were left in their habitat. And like these explosive devices were created by like essentially like the race of man, like the race of the heroes, and so they actually like the birds aren't really afraid of these explosive devices because these explosive devices only detonate when they sense the hero or like one of the hero's kind. So yeah, you're basically like trying to. So yeah, the win condition is if you save literally the entire population. I don't know how many that's going to be. It's going to be like 300 to 1,000, somewhere in that range, is probably. Um, but yeah, you if the explosive devices go off, it scares off the mobs, and that's why they don't flock to you in the same numbers if too many of those explosions go off. So that's what the game is technically about. Although I don't actually I intentionally do not make that backstory completely clear throughout the game rules, because if people prefer a different interpretation of the game, they can whatever interpretation they will enjoy the most, like that's the one that they should probably have. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm never sure what exactly will be the reaction to the full description of the game. No one has told me that the idea is super lame yet, but for some reason, whenever I say it, I'm always like, oh no, people are going to tell me it's super lame. um, I've never made a violent game before, and I wanted to make this game, but I didn't want to make it violent, so that was the game that I made instead. I mean, it is kind of violent in that the explosive devices. You know what? Maybe they're not caustic. Maybe they're just maybe they just make like a loud noise or something. Maybe that's why they scare off the mobs. I don't know. It's like a sonic device or something, and it's not actually like, I don't know. I have like this vaguely formed story about like what the game means to me. I haven't written like a detailed like world building style like overarching narrative or anything like that. So in terms of I remember what I was doing with icons. Yeah, I just have to I need to make the four because there are four phases to the game, and so these these um these just visually indicate what phase we're at. So right, yeah, let's select this, copy paste, flip horizontal. Oops, I got too much. There we go. Copy paste, flip horizontal. Oops, I get too little that time. No, that's still too much. No, that's yeah, it's still too much. I don't want that one pixel line down the midsection. So, oh no, I have to have it, don't I? No, I don't have to. Wait, let me just take one more look.